And about piano players and keyboard players, I see lots of bands that have multiple keyboard arrangements in their songs, simply using programming instead of keyboards.
Yeah.
As a keyboardist, how do you see this?
You know what? I'm okay with whatever way people want to make music. It's okay with me as long as it's done well. If somebody's just scratching the surface, as they say, and not doing something seriously, then you can't take it seriously. But if somebody is really a great programmer and doing some really fine work, it's very creative and artistic or very technical and interesting, I'm all for it. That's fantastic. There's a different kind of musicality that comes out when I'm sitting at the piano and it's my two hands on the keyboard. I mean, as an improviser, I can sit down at the piano and what comes into my imagination comes out of my hands. And that kind of music is going to be very, very different. Here I am at my piano right
Oh, there
now.
you go.
So if I just sit down and play, it's going to be very different than somebody who sits down and programs. Better, worse, different. It's a different kind of a thing. So I'm not threatened by however anybody wants to make music. These days there's even this artificial intelligence kind of like music being made, where like I experienced one program where like I could play something, and then I position the cursor in the program, and it kind of like can make up its own part. The computer can like
Hmm.
intelligently make up its own part, and
Wow.
that's interesting to me too. I wouldn't mind being the person who trains the system to do cool things. So I'm not afraid of technology. I embrace it, but I also put my hands down on the keyboard and allow my musical ideas to come forward.
Nice. That's a nice point of view because I was thinking that with time, bands would use more programming and less keyboard players, and this would end up taking out the interest of young musicians of learning the keyboards.
Oh, I see. Yeah, maybe people can try doing different things, and what can you say? I mean, there's certain advantages, there's certain wonderful things that come from playing the keyboard, playing a musical instrument. Like, I'll put this down again. Like one of the things I work on a lot is playing like, lines like in my left hand. And while I'm holding that down, I can have a conversation with you. And it takes a certain kind of control, to do that. And it's because I'm physically, making something happen. You're not going to get that from hitting a button or doing something. So
Yeah.
there's something that happens in your brain when you start like doing this kind of like pattern that's in an odd meter, and you can maybe talk at the same time or like or improvise. You're not going to get that from a computer. You might get the same music.
Yeah.
You could, but the person is not going to get any benefit out of it. So there's like a stimulation or a coordination that happens in my brain, and the musical ideas can flow through my fingers, and that's a feeling that is valid. It's something that's really, you could say it's important, and you can learn a lot. Like when people play Bach, like playing a Bach piece, it's very focusing for
Hmm.
your mind, because your hands have to be very in sync and your fingers are, just doing the right thing, and it makes it almost, you feel like you're getting smarter. So yeah, I mean, there's advantages and disadvantages to everything.